Welcome to Season 7, the NGO Grit. This season, Just Talk Therapy podcast brings you the stories of some amazing people who dedicated their time, money, energy, etc. selflessly just for a cause. They held humanity first and thus made a difference in the society in their own ways. Today, we have a wonderful guest, Ms. Jayashree Sriram. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you for the great intro. It's Mrs. Sriram.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. And if you could just explain to our listeners about your NGO and what you are doing right now.
Okay, so myself, Jayashree here. So I have volunteering has been a part of my life, I guess, accidentally from 2012. So it just started as a fun. To put it in simple words, I was looking out to kill time in the morning once my kids and husbands were off to work. So I thought, okay, let me share my knowledge to at least, people. And that's how a Google search landed up with me. For me, it's towards Youth for Seva. And that's how I got connected to a government school. And from there, then as they say, the rest is history. I couldn't come out of it and I'm just gone. Now volunteering has become a part of my life. So if I don't get anything to volunteer, I feel my days goes incomplete. So it's been a long journey till now, 10 years. And in this 10 years of life, volunteering has been a very big part. And it has really, I don't know, I would say that it has opened my eyes in many, many ways. Started appreciating the life what I am living. Because when we see the background from where the kids come, and in that too, the zeal to learn is still there among the kids. So, it really keeps your feet on the ground and, you want to do more. So that is how this started. And coming with respect to my foundation, which were initiated in 2018, and that I had to initiate because few of the good souls who say that Jayashree, only two things can be done, either giving money or giving time. So we are doing the easy work of giving money and you do the difficult task of, taking the time and the needy.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. That time is very precious.
So few of the donors who have always been supporting and have been supporting me. In fact, they have been supporting me even when I was with Youth for Seva also. Because whenever an aid comes to their causes, I always reroute. And since I am on the ground and I am in touch with the families, so people, when they contribute whatever small amount they do, they know that this is on the ground and she is giving it to the person. So when I say it's Mr. X, it goes to Mr. X only. There is no ABC involved in between. So everything is rerouted. So the idea to start an NGO was I had to reroute these funds in a, what can I say, in a more organized way. So that's how one of my another co-volunteer whom I met during my volunteering days at YSS, Karthik, who's a chartered accountant, he took the entire headache of what all is needed. I just did only the easy task of giving my photo, signing, Aadhaar card, etc., etc.
Okay.
So that's the difficult part he did. And getting the donations and reviewing it for the causes, whichever causes comes to me, because I just don't go and help a cause. We first do dissect it. We do an operation of that cause, whether it's fake or whether it's really real, because you never know. In these days, it's very difficult to differentiate between fake and reality. So we try to do it at most, try to coordinate with some volunteers who can go on the ground, check that thing that yes, there is a case called like this one Mr. X and they are in need of some aid. So that, the funds which come in, after all, they are the hard-earned money of people only.
Very
so
true.
We can't just take it and give it. They don't ask us for any account. Now, if you're going to contribute, say, 5,000 to me, you're not going to come and ask me, Jayashree, what did you do of the money? Because you have the trust in me.
Right.
But it's my duty that I see to it that every penny that you have given goes to the respective. Or, our consciousness is enough for us, to kill one person. So So that's how it started, and this year we are applying for ATG. So if God willingly we get it, we can spread our wings a much more in a more larger canvas, so that the tax exemption comes. So maybe many people can come forward to contribute. Now I'm not able to give them any exemption receipt, but all have been giving them in good faith, and so far it's been going on faith because the accounts are sent to them. I said, see, this is where it's gone. It's not one particular place. The foundation caters all across India, and during COVID, I have reached Delhi, Rajasthan, UP, Bihar, kahan gaye. In fact, I came to know of many villages name which I wasn't aware of my country. It's just the needs. I just look into the needs, and if it is genuine, we mainly cater to first is education, second is food, and third comes the health. Because health is a very, very, it's actually a need sector in our country with very limited insurance and people not giving much importance to it. Especially, at least, of course, we can't ask a construction labor to have an insurance because he'll say that, Mera kamai kitna hai, madam, what can I do? So, in fact, one year we picked up one particular family and we tried to pick up a policy for them, health policy, and we paid the premium for them. So, that 1 year their health expenses were taken care in case if they had any. So,
Right.
many of them are not unaware about the schemes also of the government which is running. For example, if in Telangana we have this, health card or something. So sometimes when a cases come, there have been cases where I have asked whether do you have a health card, and they are not aware of health card. I said that for your BPL families, government may hey, you go and apply. And nowadays it's become very fast. The technology is good, and everywhere the government places the work is happening fast. Though it's not known to the public, but yes, work's done fastly. So many people apply for card and they take it because half the time many of them are unaware of schemes like this. So we
So,
tell them for
yeah. So it's like you also make them aware about the government
yeah, we
policies that
make
is
them aware
present.
about the schemes which I come to know. See,
Right.
even I am unaware, but I come to know through some sources, and they tell us ki why are they not having this card. I'm like, card aisa kuch hai kya? So Google. So use the good technology for better use. Once you Google it, you'll know in every state. Of course, it differs state-wise. It's not the same all over. But you do have one particular health card which is acceptable all over India, especially for the marginalized sections, we say, because they are unaware. Similarly, comes to the education also. Many kids are unaware about the so many scholarship exams. So we tell the children to write it and crack it. And these scholarship exams just need them to take just average marks. If it's a 100 marks paper, they are expecting just 40 marks out of it, which a child can easily do. And you're getting monthly 1,000 rupees for that scholarship, which is a big amount for that child.
Correct.
1,000, So we tell, and it's not for example, there is a scholarship called National NMMS, which I got associated when I was doing it for Youth for Seva. And that is applicable all over India for any child who has passed from 7th to 8th class. So the child writes the exam when he or she comes to the 8th class. And then once the child clears, they have to just score, 35 out of 100 or 40 out of 100. And it's a multiple choice question based on the syllabus that they have learned till 8th class. And once the child cracks that, the child will be eligible for a scholarship of yearly 12,000 for 4 years. That is 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th standard, and 12th standard. So that makes a big thing, and I am so happy that so many children have written that, and they cracked it, and now they are enjoying the fruits of it.
Absolutely. And with your
So
guidance and now listening to you, I'm sure more people will become aware about it and they will further share.
yeah. See, knowledge is one thing which needs to be shared, and that is my part
Absolutely.
of volunteering. So the teaching volunteering which I have been doing for past 10 years, the shortcuts which I had learned during my school days, which my teachers taught me, I'm just passing it, which I taught my kids. And then, when I teach these kids, they are like, Arey, this can be done like this also. Yeah. They said nobody told us. So now that crazy Max, which was crazy for them, they've started liking it. So we
That's
need to,
wonderful.
we need to
Yeah.
add the extra fittings. If you show a villain, it will look like a villain. But if we put a heroine or a hero in that, even a dull thing will also look exciting. We need to make it
Absolutely.
exciting. So I try to make it as exciting as possible in subjects where I can. Subject where you can't make it any more excitable, kuch nahi ho sakta. But at least I try myself to make it as interactive so that the child develops an interest and tries to do that.
So, ma'am,
So that is.
in this journey of yours in these 10 years, did you
Hmm.
have any low moments? And if
There are
so,
many
then
more than low moments. Yes, there have been times when you are having a bad time in the family. So sometimes you will crib for something which you feel it is it's a big thing for you. But then when I started volunteering, and when one day I had a low moment, something I don't remember, but I remember it was a low moment with respect to I think my child only. So I was, little, he was not doing good in studies. I was just thinking, in spite of giving so much thing, somewhere, I felt me as irresponsible. Where am I going wrong? Where am I going wrong? So with that thing, I went that day for my volunteering teaching, which was scheduled because I used to go every day to government schools, Monday to Friday, because
okay,
morning to us I was free only. So that day when I went, one of my regular students who always comes for spoken English, she was not coming for 2-3 days, and then suddenly she came on that day. And since, of course, student in Hyderabad, and since we go to government schools which are either Telugu medium or English medium, but irrespective of the medium, the children speak Telugu only. So she said something in Telugu. When I asked her sarcastically that now you got the time to come to my class. So then she said something in Telugu which was, I couldn't decode it because she told it very fast, and, it took time for me to decode it. So I asked my fellow volunteer who was also teaching with me. I said, what did she say? So he said that no, the place where she works, that auntie didn't allow her for the past 4 days to come because they had some, the work needs to be done. At that time, I realized that this girl was doing a housemaid job in the morning because the school starts only by 11 o'clock. So she needed to work in the morning at one auntie's house. And that
okay,
was adding an income. So at that time I realized, so I asked her that how was she making it to the previous week. So she said that initially the auntie had given her the permission, but then the work has become more, and somehow, and she doesn't want to miss on the spoken English also. So she said somehow last week I could take time, but this week my mother didn't, the auntie didn't allow me. So I felt that my problem is just a molecule. What I mean, this girl is like. So students like them inspire us. So then I asked her, how is the situation now? Should I need to come and talk to your owner, the one who is the landlady where you're working? She said that no, ma'am, I've taken care of it. From tomorrow it will be done. Don't worry, I will be regular in your class.
that's
You know,
really
this is
heartwarming.
one. This was just one incident. There has been umpteen.
I'm sure it must be because
Yeah,
life is so like full of
yeah.
unexpected things
Yes,
in the journey. Like,
definitely. I would especially when I did volunteering at Malakpet school for blind girls.
mm-hmm.
That was one hell of a volunteering for me where I volunteered to teach dance.
Oh, that. How did you
So
manage?
something, no, that vanished ka chodo. When that thing came in our YFS, they said that they had a Braille day and they needed a volunteer to train kids for the dance. Oh, I like dancing, but then I said that Telugu Raoddu. I can, teach them the dance if they can explain that Telugu song to me, so that I can, get that action. So the point of contact person told me that you don't worry, the children know the song by heart, they will let you know. But then I was more inquisitive, how will I teach them dance?
True.
I didn't have any clue. I just went, tell, okay, let me explore. And anyway, I had to explore Hyderabad also. Where is this Malakpet?
Mm-hmm.
So I went. So and then I went. It was somewhere Dilsukh Nagar के पहले ही नहीं. I'm not. वो metro के वहाँ पर ही था. So I went, and then when I met these girls, oh, such a lovely girls. One thing good was no auntie, no teacher, no amma, and no. It was just akka. Like wow. So they made me younger by calling me akka, and they had few kids who were partially blind, few girls, and few girls who were fully blind. So when we did the movement, when we taught them, like say 1, 2, 3, 4, these partially blind girls, they can see how the hands are going. And then once I leave, say I go there every day for 2 hours, and after I leave, these partially blind kids, they will help their fellow mates. The fully blind girls, how to to keep their legs. But wow, I mean, it was such a lovely experience, and I was the one who was doing always mistakes in the steps, and these girls are so shrewd because they remember each and everything, which hand to go up, which hand to go down. If I say that the left, they say that no, Akka, you said yesterday that right will go up and left will come. And oh shit,
Okay.
So then and they are so happy. So they have accepted it. Blindness is a part of their life. So there's nothing to crib about it. They don't feel sad that they are not. When I tell them that there was this girl, I guess Revati was her name. She was so pretty. She looked so pretty. I always feel, she's so beautiful. She is still. Then I told her that you are one among the beautiful girls. You have such lovely features. So she said that yours is also heart is very beautiful, Akka. I can feel it. I'm like, okay.
So beautiful.
So that was a lovely experience, and glad I'm with YFS. I think I trained them for 2 years. I mean, first time, and I think 2 times.
That's nice. And it
Yeah.
is indeed a very unique anecdote
Yes.
that you have shared because it is difficult but very, very beautiful. Initially,
No,
it
that
must
was
have
so
been.
good. Yeah. I guess that was, I guess, 20 days of volunteering in the month of December, because they have that Braille Day, Jan 6th. And I was more tensed on the day when they had to perform on the stage, and the girls aced
Wow.
it. They aced it. I was like, and they were telling that Akka ne kuch nahi kiya, sab tum log nahi kiya. And next year they were kind enough. They said that, okay, Akka, last year you helped us for Telugu song. This year we will do for you one Hindi song. I said, oh, thank you.
That's
So the
nice.
next year was a Hindi song. So I forgot. I think I don't remember the song because it's been almost 2015 or 2016 which we did this back then. So leaving Hyderabad, so I have so many memories which I sit back and think now. And
So where are you right now?
Right now I'm at Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Okay. So you do the volunteering over there also?
Yeah, it's continuing. The only thing which I was unable to do in Hyderabad was I could never be a scribe to any blind student, because in Hyderabad the age factor was there.
Okay.
So 30 plus people can't be a scribe. So that was always, one I said, I couldn't help a blind student. Right? But luckily that got, fulfilled in Gujarat here, because I got back to back. In one particular month, I think in a whole week, 5 days, I went to volunteer to write exam for a blind student who was doing his BA in Hindi. And wow, itne saal ke baad writing Hindi paper. And that too with all, Ramacharitra Manas and Ramayana, Mahabharata. The student was just, we had to read out the question and the student will tell the answer and we write it on their behalf. So that is how the scribe exam works. So we read out the question. We read out the question. This question is asked and the child will tell the answer. Whatever answer the child says, we just write it down. But it's been like almost after 30, 40 years, you suddenly take a paper pen and you have to write 3 hours paper. So, it was good to be back at exam halls, and I'm glad that I could write. And then one thing which I could explore, I could do 2 new things here, which I never did in Hyderabad. One was teaching spoken English to blind students using phone.
Right.
Because all these blind students for whom I volunteered here, they were either from a Gujarati medium or a Hindi medium. So everyone were able to understand English, but to answer back, they had all this communication issue. So the one student for whom I had volunteered, she asked me that, ma'am, can you help me with spoken English? And the place, all the kids are all located in Ahmedabad side, and I stay in Gandhinagar side. So physically going every day up and down, it's a 45 minutes journey. I said, no, that can't be done. So let me try. I said that anyway, you guys use audio as the medium. So I said, what if we have a phone call every day for half an hour and we can have through the phone spoken English? So she said that, okay, ma'am, let's try. And it started. It clicked. Now she is able to understand very well and she is able to talk with me in English.
That's wonderful.
So that was one thing. And the other thing was few kids near my house, their parents sell pani puri on the road. So their children, they don't go to school because they are all migrant. The pani puri vendors, they either come from MP or UP or Bihar. And they don't send the children to school out here because most of the schools are Gujarati medium. And since these kids have already studied in Hindi medium back in their village, putting them to Gujarati medium, they feel. So these kids literally, they were not going to school. And they were roaming on the road when their father is setting up the pani puri stall in the evening between 4 to 7. So one of the apartment, not apartment lady, one acquaintance who knows that I do this crazy work of teaching. So she got these three kids to my place. And she said that they sell only pani puri and these kids are not going to the school. Why don't you teach them English? At least, standing on the road, they can be in your house for 2 hours. So I said, okay, fine. So for them, when I started, and these kids, they just knew ABCD. That's it. They didn't know anything else. But since they had done their few part of schooling in their village, so they knew Hindi very well. So Hindi script they knew very well. So then I started to prepare a curriculum and syllabus kind of thing. How can I put English in a Hindi and how can I break all the syllables? How can I connect E ki matra with the English E, the phonics and all those things. So these kids were the, what can I say, my experiments.
Okay.
And it clicked wonder. It was a learning process for both of us because first I tried and then if it clicks and somewhere it goes wrong, then I realized, okay, where am I going wrong? Okay, I need to work on this part. So that went in to make me a syllabus for a vernacular medium child, and then I made it a proper syllabus and I gave it to few of my volunteers to tell them that who go to slum to teach. I said that why don't you guys try it out over there and see if it's working. And it started working over there also. So then I passed it on to my Hyderabad folks also. I said that instead of Hindi, you need to write it in Telugu. That's it. And now the kids read English, they write in English, and when I talk something to them, they converse with me in English. So that's how it has taken time. It has taken almost 2 years.
Must have been, I'm sure. And if anyone would like to connect with you and your organization,
okay.
So how should they do so? And if I am not mistaken, your NGO is known as Sevodagam Foundation?
Yes.
Okay,
they
so...
can connect me. Sevodagam Foundation is available on Facebook.
Okay.
For now. So they can give a search, Sevodagam Foundation, and then they can, in that you have this message option.
Right.
They can message. And if any volunteer, if any listener who is around in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, they would like to volunteer, they can get in touch. Because I promote more of volunteering. I want people to give time.
Absolutely.
Not every day. Monthly once can it be done? Or weekly once if you give, that's like, great. But of course, in this, in your life, in everyone's working life, you have all your commitments which you need to take care of. You cannot throw everything, and everyone is not homemaker like me, who has more free time with me. So, and everyone doesn't have a great support system. My family is a great support system for me. So,
Okay.
that's why I've been able to go around like this, or else I wouldn't have been able to go around unless the support system was not in place.
Very true.
So,
And that also helps, those passionate people to explore their passion and do something back for the society.
right, right.
So it's like when you say to give time and you need volunteers. So what is the message for you for the youth, ma'am, if you could just share?
The message to the youth is try to take out at least an hour in a week if you guys can. And if not in a week, 1 hour, at least in a month, 1 hour. And just keep your eyes open and look around. There might be a child, there might be an istri wala outside your house who might be ironing the clothes, and his child would be sitting down and doing something. Why don't you catch that chap and ask him that, Bhaiya, school jate ho? Nahin? Chalo, let's do some maths. Just 1 hour. And you see the effect, how it will be. You'll become the great bhaiya or bibi for that. So it's not that you need to get connected to me. Just try to keep your eyes open, look around the people around you, and then just to go and get connected. And it just takes that step to be taken. So that step you need to take. So once you take that step, the rest is history.
That's
So try
really,
to take the time.
yeah, that's really very well articulated. And as you had mentioned earlier, consciousness is enough to do
Ah,
something so worthy.
correct.
And absolutely, this will make a much better society for all of us.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a lovely conversation and sharing your experience with us.
I
And we
should
have
say
so
that
much
to
to
you.
learn from it, from your experience. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me, and have a great day, all of you.
Thank you. Take care. Hope to connect
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you soon.
Sure. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. This is Mrs. Jayashree, lovingly known as Jayatiti. She believes in Seva Parmo Dharma, and with her NGO, Sevodagam Foundation, she focuses to help people in the field of education, to provide the daily necessary items like grocery, and to arrange medical aid to people suffering with ailments like cancer, etc. Her journey had been enriching, and she is always ready, energetic, and enthusiastic to be of help to those in need. Working with the blind young girls and being a scribe writer had been the most treasured experience. Listening to her, I feel we need to explore and extend our knowledge, as she suggested, in small and simple ways. Her vision is to impart education despite of any challenges in life. With that inspirational message, I would urge all of you to please connect with her on the social media link and see as to how you may contribute in her efforts. And with this note, I end today's episode. Hope to see you again, same time and the day next week with another guest and their amazing story. Till then, take care and be safe. Bye.